Yes, gang! Today I'm kicking off a fresh 4-bed plot on site. Let's get into this. So plans for the day, lads. Get all the door kits in. There's 13 in this plot. I want to get all the facings on, which is 26 sets, 13 times 2. And then I would not mind getting some skirting on upstairs. It's a big ask, but I think we can achieve it, boys. Right, gang, first thing we do is consult the drawing for the door hands. Just want to make sure we're opening them the right way. Bedrooms are obvious because that'll be a light switch, so it's going to open away from the light switch. It's the bathrooms and the en-suites we really want to be checking. I need to get me on Spotify, lads. I was just going to jump on and pick the tunes, and somebody's listening to Madonna. Fuck's sake. Right. YouTube it is, boys. Any good playlists or podcasts or anything you can recommend, jump in the comments, lads. Let me know, shit. Fuck. Right, lads, door stops off. Nice. These have been stitched on a little better than the last lot. Right, lads, you may or may not, if you've watched some of my videos, notice something different. The setup, boys. Check this. You see? This is the 701 Diamondback vest, boys. They contacted me, I think it was last year, about an ambassadorship, and it all came to fruition last month, lads. So that is me, Big C, Diamondback ambassador, boys. Come the fuck on, Sean. I appreciate a good first fix. See, when the first fix is done right, it means I can, because that's level, it means I can pack that equal all the way down, and then technically I should be able to pack that equal all the way down, which means fitting door kits is a dream. Do you know what I mean? So shout out to the boys who first fixed this. Don't know who it was, but good job. Cringy! I love swinging doors, lads. Or fitting door kits even. Fitting door kits. I'd rather fit a door kit than fit a door. Does that make sense? I know there's going to be a lot of you that'll disagree with that and be like, that's terrible, but it's so much easier. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know how much we get. I need to look at the price sheet. I think you get something like 300 quid for fitting all these doors. I can have all these in by lunch. Do you know what I mean? So why would I want to then go and price a door, I don't know, 70 quid? What is it to fit a door? 70 quid maybe? 80 quid? I'm not really sure what people charge. And struggle to get 3 in, 4 in a shift when I can batter all these in. But that's just me though. Do you know what I mean? That's because I've been doing this for so long. I've been on sites for like 10, 12 years. And it annoys me when people think that I promote site work. I didn't really promote anything. I'm just showing what I do and showing a hard day's graph, do you know what I mean? And showing what can be achieved. So aye, take it as you like. I should state though, I do encourage anyone, like I get a lot of messages being like, I won't go straight into site work, I won't go straight into site work. I always try and say, try domestic, because it is better. If you can get good at running domestic jobs and stuff, I think, well, you'll do far better than you would on site, but I'm not good at that. I'm a shit businessman, right? And like I say, I've spoken about this in the past, I just want to put all my effort into this, social media, so it's easier for me to come here. If it wasn't for social media, I probably would be away doing my own thing. But because I want to put all my effort into this, I didn't want to put all my effort into a business. I know that sounds crazy. Some folk will be like, that's stupid, you should be focusing on a business and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like I could really go somewhere with this, do you know what I mean? And what I've achieved already in the space of a year, like last year was incredible. Even the first, what we're in May, the first 5 months of this year has been nuts. So I just think I want to keep going with this. That's why I'm on site. But if you're a young lad, I encourage you to go out and just learn the domestic side. And if you didn't like it, like me, if it doesn't really suit you, then come onto the site side, because then you'll be a far better chippy, trust me. Aye, trust me on that one. Beautiful, brother. You know what I've been getting recently, lads? Getting messages, I've had this about 3 or 4 times. Messages from college lecturers saying that they're showing the students, like they're sending the students to my social media pages to say like, can look at the way he does this and look at how he talks about this. And I think it's more to do with like the way I talk about work, do you know what I mean? Because there's so many, I just call them arseholes out there, that are just scamming people, do you know what I mean? I don't mean in this niche, I just mean when it comes to like making money, they almost like take the piss out of you for doing a hard day's graft, do you know what I mean? Whereas, I just want to show the young lads that there's nothing wrong with a hard day's graft. It's good, and it's not as easy as people make out to make money online, do you know what I mean? It's no, they sell these courses and they do these things, and I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe I'm just naive and never tried it, but I just think young lads are getting suckered into all these lifestyles that all these donuts are promoting. And some of it isn't as easy as that. You need to graft to get to the point, do you know what I mean? They just think you can just do something on your phone and that's it. You've got to put the work in somewhere else. Where are you getting the money to invest, do you know what I mean? I just want to try and be as good as a role model as I can, like I say, for all the young lads that follow and message and stuff. I get a lot of messages about apprenticeships. That's minted, lads, minted. That's good. And believe it or not, I was a shocking apprentice. A shocking apprentice. I first started my apprenticeship with a company that my dad worked for, and then they went bust. And then I almost got a job on a boozer because I needed cash. I was like, fuck, I need cash. Actually, my mum was like, you need to sign on. And I was like, fuck that, I'm no signing on. I didn't want to go on the dole. Nothing wrong with it, I just didn't want to do it. I was just like, nah, just didn't, I don't know, didn't sit right. But I was toiling to get a job. It was in the recession as well. And I eventually signed on. I think I'd done it twice, hated it. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing it again, not doing it again. So then, what's going on here? So then, luckily I managed to get a job, and the guy I got an apprenticeship with, James, I don't know if you're watching this or not, legend. Like, honestly, I owe so much to that geezer. I owe so much to him. I was going to say something cheesy, like he saved my life, but like, not that I was suicidal or anything, but I was completely lost. Do you know what I mean? I had no clue what I was going to do. He came in, took me on, and I think he could probably see with the first few weeks of me working there, he was like, oh, this is a kind of confused young lad, if you like. Do you know what I mean? I was out partying, boozing, drinking, you know what I mean? All the haram shit. He definitely taught me a lot of life lessons, and I'd love to do the same, because like I say, there's a lot of confused young lads out there now. It might be something I do, maybe, I don't know. But he definitely kicked my arse in gear. So aye. Anyway, it's the wee backstory. If you're wondering why I'm keeping my hard hat on, lads, I look like a pure microphone head, man. It looks alright when it's been freshly cut, but the now I just look like Djokovic, so the hat stays on, boys, alright? Nightmare, boys, we've been kicked out the plot. The scaffolding's coming down the outside, and basically no one, you can't be in and out. Even though I'm not quite in and out, it's still against health and safety, so it makes sense, can't I argue, that is more important. Got the doors in though, got the doors in about 3 hours, so it's not too bad, but aye, it's rules are rules, so I'm going to go down to a different plot that I'm waiting on material coming in. There's some stuff I can do, I didn't really want to do it till everyone was in, but it is what it is. This is site work, boys. Oh, so I moved all my stuff over, I'm having some lunch. Still eating clean, boys. Mince, don't know if you can see that, some blueberries, tomatoes, anything I could find in the fridge, to be honest. But aye, I'm in this other plot now, and to be honest, I've lost all interest, I've lost all motivation. I can't be arsed. I had a set goal, get the doors in, door stops on, facings on, and start upstairs skirting, like I said earlier. Now that that's not possible, I'm just like, I can't be arsed. I wouldn't mind so much if I could finish this plot. Basically, I've got 3 doors to do, I've got 9 sets of facings and a couple of packs of skirting. But I don't have 2 of the doors, so I can only fit 1 of the doors. So I'm still going to have to come back after the day, which means I can't really be bothered being in here. But I'm not going home. We're going to stay and we're going to make this video. Because that's the mindset I want to keep. Do you know what I mean? I'm too easy swayed to be like, man, fuck it, let's just go. So recently I've been a lot more efficient with my time on site. I've been like, nah, it's getting done. Ken, the hard stuff's getting done, the easy stuff's getting done, it's all getting done. And that's good, making good dough. So we need to keep it up. So I'm not going to waste a day. I can claim a few quid for doing the doors, which is fine. And I can also claim I've left quite a chunk of money in this, so I'm going to claim some of this as well. It's all good, we're just making the most of a bad situation, that's all. Ay caramba! Right gang, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to skirt out of this room, because it's a big awkward room. Double miters, yeah. Hey, what a day boys, what a day. This is how I cut my scribes. This is how I feel is the fastest way possible. I get my sizes obviously, and I measure right to the size I need, alright? Then I'll just cut the square off. Chuck that over there. Give me 45 it, lads. Get that sitting against the bench. 45. Saw's not working. I'm going to set it back to 0 for the straight cut, see? We'll take the meat out of it. And just cope it, nice and easy. Easy peasy. Alright lads? Alright. Saying hiya? Hiya. So there we go. And tighter in the price. Tighter in the price, come on. And then, if I can show you this, there we go boys, that is tighter in the price. Alright Shan? Oh, and it fits like a glove, magic. Right, X's under sockets. The cables, 90% of the time, run down the way or up the way. So we do not nail upstairs, we do not nail underneath any services. The radiators, I can show you that next actually, but aye, socket wise, just avoid that. So we'll just nail either side of it. Always ideal when the radiator's on. Right. There's a big nail, look at that. What the hell is that doing? Big nail on the floor. Right. That's the crack there. Right. Try to keep scribes tighter than the price. Whoa, brother. Bratua, what's happened there? Don't want Jimmy Wonko finding that nail. You bastard. Right, so under these radiators, don't know if you can see that. Can you see that there? So it's been marked on the floor, and that way the first fixers, that's pads. Pads, centre line for the pipe, pads. So we'll nail, obviously, where the pads are. There we go. There we go. Oh, bastard. Try to keep. There we go. Tighter than the price. It's tighter than the Damien Rice. Oh. So when I'm nailing, basically, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see, there's basically, I can't see the screws, but I can see a big thick white line, which is where the tape would be for the screws, so I know I'm gonna get a fix in right there. And I can see the join of the board here, because it's like a thicker white line, if you like. And I've got a couple, there's basically a 45mm sole plate, so I know I'm gonna get a fix in at the bottom as well. Plenty of fixings. We don't get adhesive on the back. I get that a lot, but I don't get it. I mean, you can see the screws on this one. I don't know what's happened here. Blinded. Now this is a quirky wee detail because it's like a pillar, so we're going to go around it, but I'm going to cut it all in one go. Just need to scrape off the mountings first. Now this isn't how to, alright, this is just how I do, not, it's how I do, not a how to. Does that make sense? You can do it like this if you want, or you can do it another way. 610, 110, and 623. Right, I've never got to remember these sizes. 610, 110, 623. Let's get ourselves to the saw. Right, gang. So, if I remember right, 610, 110, and 623. Put a question mark because I can't actually remember. I think it was alright. Right, so what I'll do first, 610 piece with the scribe on it. So 45 again. Bada boom, bada bang. See, when you're coping it out, all you're doing is following. I should have really showed you that, eh? All you're doing is following the mould. So there's like a white part of the mould and a brown part of the mould, which is the MDF. You're just following where it meets, basically. And that's it. It's so easy when you get used to it. Anyway, 610. Actually, I might be able to get all this off this. We'll go 610, 623 off this end. And the way I like to do my miters on the corners is just past 45 degrees. So my saw clicks, basically I can't go past that, so I just set it just past it ever so much. I don't know if I can show you that. You see? So obviously it's like a ball hair past it, in Scottish terms, alright? And then, sorry, it's all stony here, I can't get my saw down. Then we'll just cut this one first. Just cut that right on the line. And then we'll cut this one. And then we'll cut the 110. Try to keep Right, how quick was that? What I would advise is if you're watching this and you're a DIYer, I would probably cut everything a wee bit bigger if you're unsure, do you know what I mean? Obviously I'm on a price and I've been doing this for 10, 12 years or something, I can't remember. So, and I've got loads of scuttering, do you know what I mean? I'm not buying the scuttering, so it's there. So if I cut a bit wrong, it's not the end of the world, it's not hurting my pocket. And I must add that obviously, because it's a new build, the walls are all right, do you know what I mean? Whereas if you're in an older house, I would probably be inclined to be trying out the scribe. So what I would do would be cut that scribe first, leave that long. So if the size is 610, I'd cut it 700. I'd bring it up, I would try it in, make sure it's neat, do you know what I mean? And then I'd go back and cut it to size. Because I'm so confident, I'm either going to regret this or no, but we're just going to glue it all up, then we're going to try it in. Confident or cocky? I'll say I've got self-belief. Fucking donut. Right, oh my God. I'm not a fan of this mitre, mate, like. It looks like something out of, what, Aldi, Lidl, middle aisle. It's alright, it's just not as strong, I don't think. I prefer either HB42 is good, or the green one, can't remember what it's called. Mitre Fast or something it's called. Then I get the pen, the one with the pen's shite, then I get that. I waste your time, man. Hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Right. What you can do with a mitre, what I like to do, is get something round and metal ideally. I'm sure this is called burnishing, correct me if I'm wrong. You just basically roll the mitre, instead of sanding that and putting a massive round, that's all you do, you just destroy the mitre. Just roll it a tiny bit, ever so much, that's it. Just get some looking a wee bit crispier, do you know? Anything to help Jimmy one coat. Right boys, let's try it and see if I've made a balls up of this or not. Get that away. That's looking pretty good, by the way. I think that just needs to go back a wee bit. That's it there. That's the very one, son. Right lads, there we go, look. Scribe, tighter in the price. Mitre's all tight. There we go. There we go, Shannon. Big room done. Awkward room done, because 1 mitre, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lads, look at the weather, man. I'm out of here, I'm knocking off early. Day's been a bit, it's not been a write-off, but I can't finish this plot anyway, so I'll get it done in a shift, comfy, plenty of money in it. I'm out of here, I'm going to pick up the kids from school and then, I don't know, take my walk, some shit like that. Thanks for watching, sorry it's shortcut. I shall see you on the next one, boys.